All right, Grandma, today we are going to teach you how to sign up and install the Reddit app. So we're going to first start by going to the Play Store. I have it in the bottom right corner of my phone here. You'll see me tap maybe. Or we can make a quick search for the phone by dragging down on the screen, pulling down that little magnifying glass, and typing in Play Store. And you'll notice that it's in the second row, bottom left-hand corner. I'm just going to click on that. And now up in this top search bar where it says search for apps and games, we're just going to make a search and type in Reddit, just as such. Going to press search, and we're just going to push install, this big green install button. Install, and it's just going to install right quick. All right, so that app is now installed, and I'm still in the Play Store, but now instead of saying install, it says open. So we can either push open right directly from this to open the app, or if you've already closed out of here, we can simply go into our apps page again, pull down to reveal the search, and it's either going to be frequent right here in the top left, or you can search for Reddit. And there it is. It's the only result that pops up. So we're just going to click on this app now and let it load up. All right, and then here's the starting screen for it. So I assume that right now we do not have an account, so we're going to go ahead and push get started. Now, Reddit is pretty cool because you can either sign up with your Google account, which just integrates everything that you already have. This will be the easier option right up here where it says sign up with Google. If you're on an Android device, if you're on an Apple device, or you have an Apple device, you can go ahead and push sign up with Apple and just pick which one works for you. Google will work if you have an Apple device or an Android device, so I would just suggest pushing that. If you do not have a Google account, which is just a Gmail account, so your email says so-and-so at Gmail, then you'll go ahead down here and type in email, username, and password. So we're just going to go ahead and push sign up with Google. That's going to load up, and it should bring up a couple options. Here are the emails I have on my phone here. So we're going to go ahead and just select one of these accounts. I'm going to choose this bottommost account here. Going to click on it, let it load through. And now it's going to say pick a username. Username must be between 3 and 20 characters. So in this, your username really doesn't matter. Nobody's going to be searching for you. You could call it whatever you want. Because this is my school account, I think I will type in DSU student. Great name. That's not taken. And so a common concern might be if you typed in something that was already taken. For example, if I just type in my name, Ridge. Sorry, this username is taken. Try another one. So maybe I'll try my name spelled differently. That name is also taken. So really you just have to find a username that hasn't been taken yet and then sign up with that. So I'm just going to do DSU student. Now that I have it, I'm just going to push next. And now it's just going to ask me a few questions of what I'm into, what I like to do. So I'm going to say, it looks like right now I'm into school. Let's see. It's higher education. I like funny things, so I'll put jokes. I like jokes. What else do we have here? Then you can just go through here and select what you like. Kind of just anything that you might be interested. Maybe you're interested in finance and business or investing. Anything here, personal finance, save and continue. And this is just going to give you a nice recommendation of things that will come up on your screen in your app when you open up this app to just give you content to look at. So we're going to push save and continue. Happy you're here, creating your home feed. And this is creating our home feed based off of those interests that we just had. And so now we have here, and then these are just groups that it's put us in because we said these are our interests. So sad. So we said, hey, we're into finance, so it's going to put us in poverty finance. And then here's a joke that, because we're interested in jokes, it's going to bring up a joke on our feed. So if we choose that we are all of a sudden interested in, maybe we're interested in cameras. So I'm just going to come up to this search bar right at the very top of the screen, click on the search bar and type in camera. And now we have all of these options here: r/camera, r/cameras, r/camera shutter sync, and so forth. And then beneath them, it's the amount of members in the forum. The amount of members in the forum is simply how many people are following this thread and how many people could potentially be contributing to it. So I'm going to come in here, and then it's going to give me a quick description of what r/cameras is. It says post reviews, articles, and videos of products, unboxings, etc. And so I'm just going to go through, and now I can just scroll directly in here just to see what this subreddit is, what they call it, is all about. So here's somebody that just upgraded to the Fujifilm X-T3, and they just posted a picture of it here. And then we can just go through here and take a look. This is just interesting if you're interested in the cameras. And they're going to ask questions here about a used camera with an insect in it. How interesting. Here's some more camera collections. And just everything you can find about a camera. If you're in here and you think it's interesting, you can go ahead and push the screen join button right here at the top right and join. You've now joined. So now that you've joined, anything in your main feed is just going to come up in r/cameras is going to come up in your main feed so you can see it. You can push this little bell in the top right next to the join button, and that is going to give you notifications of what's going on in the group. So you have frequent, low, or off. And I'm not particularly interested to receive a whole bunch of notifications on my phone, so I'm just going to turn that off. If we want to get back to our homepage, we can either push this arrow at the top left, push that and push it again, or say we're still in r/cameras. Then in the bottom left, you'll notice we have like a little alien head looking thing. We can just go ahead and tap that, and that's going to bring us back to our homepage. Now you've got a couple of options here to sort through your post. Up here in the top left, we have best post. That's what's showing now. If we click where it says best post, we now have an option to sort the posts. So we have best, hot, new, top, controversial, and rising. Typically, you'd be just fine to leave this at best. Best is going to be whatever is the most popular post at the time. So if a post has, let's say, 3,000 upvotes, it'll probably come up at best because lots of people have said they like it. Hot is just going to be if it got 300 likes in a matter of 30 seconds or 300 upvotes in a matter of 30 seconds. It's hot. It's on the way up. New is just going to be the most recent material. Top is also going to be similar to best. It'll be, but without respect to time. So top is just going to be, if you haven't been on the app for say a month, then you click top and it's going to bring up the results that have the absolute most upvotes possible. Controversial will have the most upvotes and downvotes in total rather than just upvotes or downvotes. Rising is going to be similar to hot. It's going to be things that are getting lots of upvotes quickly. So let me show you in the feed. So this is just my feed. And so I'm going to go in here and maybe I'm going to say, hey, here's a funny joke right here by Law School. And so up here, if we look under right where SpongeBob says you want to see me do it again, we have a panel of options here. We have an up arrow, a down arrow, a little comment box, or just a little square, a share button, and a award button. So with the arrows, if we push up, you're going to notice that it turned orange. Now it's got 102. And now I've unselected it, and it says 101. So I just gave it one upvote here. So if I click it, 102. If I unclick it, 101. When it's all grayed out like this, that means I have no interaction. I haven't done anything. Say I don't like this post, then I'm going to click the down arrow. and that's going to bring it down to 100. So that means the next guy that sees it will see 100 instead of 102 if I had it upvoted, just like that. So this is just a way of filtering out the system, of bringing good content to the top and bad content to the bottom. And then, of course, you could just not do anything at all and let it be. Right to the right, we have comment, and select on that, add a comment, and then you'll just type in any comment that you want. Say, hey, this is a really funny joke, or anything else. Looks like we've just lost that post by moving out of here, but let's just work on this one. We have the share button. This is if you want to share it with any of your friends. Here we have, I just push the share button, and then I can share it to any of these apps or any of these people up here at the top. The award button is if you like it more than just an upvote will permit, then you can award a post. So you push award, and then you can award it with any of these awards. Now these awards typically cost money, so we're not actually going to give any of them out, because I don't have any right now. But if you cared to like something enough to give an award, you would buy one of these awards. I'm going to select this, and then you would give it to them. So like this one cost 100 coins. I don't have any coins here, but we'll just kind of go through the options as if I did. So then I'll just push next. Then it's going to say, hey, you need to buy coins to buy this award. So it says you can get 1,500 coins for $5. Now I'm not going to go ahead and purchase that, but if you were to do so, you just push confirm purchase here, and you'd be good to go. I'm going to get out of that, and now let's walk you through these other options. So down here on the left, we have the little alien head, and then we have these little blocks that are stacked on top of each other. This is just if you're looking for new stuff. This is just going to give you a good kind of, based off your interest, based off of the things around you, it's going to give you just somewhere to look for new feeds, such as this one. And then right here, this pencil surrounded by a blue circle, we have this here. So this is how you upload things to Reddit. So you can go in here and click image. Maybe we're going to allow it. And then let's see, oh man, I really like this picture of my car. I want to upload it. And then let's see. We're not going to upload it to any of these, to dad jokes or cameras. It's not a camera, it's a picture of my car. And specifically, it's a picture of a Miata. So I'm going to go here to Miata. Now I'm going to click on the Miata subreddit. And then add an interesting title. I'm going to say, just gave it a polish. And then a flare is just a little something you can add to say, to just kind of bring attention to it. So I'm going to put NA. That's the specific model of the car. And so likely at this point, let's see, we'll just go ahead and push post now. It's going to submit. Wow, such empty. So this is just going to take a minute to refresh and load up. And then here's a common problem that you'll have if you go to Reddit and immediately start trying to share things. So it's going to say your account is too new to beat the spam filter. And so all this means is that before I post any content anywhere, I'm going to need to spend some time on this app. I'm going to need to go through, and I'm going to need to show the computer software that I am a real person, that I'm not a robot or something else. So I'm going to go through, and I'm just going to interact with the app. So I'm going to say, hey, I like this. Or no, I don't like this ad here, downvote. Or let's see. None of these look very interesting. What do we have here? Oh, Arizona. I like Arizona. I'm going to push upvote on that. And eventually, after you spend enough time on the app, you'll be able to go in here and post things to different subreddits. To the right of the pencil, we have this comment box. This is just a chat room. If anybody needs to get in contact with you, they'll just chat with you here. You can also push start chatting and then chat with specific users. Over here is just your notification and inbox mail. You'll get messages. This is saying, hey, welcome into Reddit. And then here's my notification that said, hey, you don't have enough posts yet. You can't post this yet. And then this mod mails if a moderator of a forum or the guy that's in charge of, for example, here r/frugal needs to send you a message and say, hey, you can't do this, or something along the lines of that. And then we'll go over just a little bit more. Here's your, up in the top left hand corner to the left of the search bar, you have this little, it's just a little picture, a circle with a little dude in there. If you just click that directly, it's going to bring out this. This is going to give you just your profile. So here it shows you/DSU student. That's who I am. So that's me. If I want to upload a picture of myself, I'll just push this little upload button. And then now I have the option to add a picture, a cover photo, display name, or just a little about myself. I'm going to choose not to do any of that at this time. So I'll just go ahead and push save here and get out of that. So I'm going to push on this little guy again so we can go over a little bit more. My profile will take you to the same spot. Reddit coins, we talked about those a little bit. It's just saying my balance right now is at 0 Reddit coins. And Reddit Premium, this is just as it says, adds free browsing. So that ad that I downloaded earlier, that will no longer be there if I choose to buy Reddit Premium. This will probably cost you about $5 a month or something like that. Saved posts are going to be posts if you come through right here, and I'm just going to this first post right here. If I push these 3 dots in the top right there, and push save, then I can now go back into here, go to my saved post, and there it is. It's right here. So if you find some post that you like a lot and you want to save it, you can go straight ahead and go into that saved, and it'll bring you right there. History will bring you through kind of the things you've interacted with. So I've interacted with this post, I've interacted with this post, this was my post. Those are just those things. We're going to come back out of here, and that should cover all of that. When you sneak into here, on this top post again, we're just going to push these 3 little dots. We have the option to hide the post, report, or block the account. Report is if you see something that is not appropriate for the app or something, you can go ahead and report that. Or hide the post if you don't want to see it, or just block the account if you never want to see anything from them again. Let's see, right here, if you see the best post up in the top left and you come to the right, we have these 2 squares on top of each other. If we click those, that's just going to choose how we display the content on our screen. So card is the most normal. Classic is just another way to do it. It gives you a little more content at the same time. I'm going to go up here and just leave it a card. That's how I like it on mine. You also have the option down here and just go to settings. We're going to click on settings, and this is just going to give you just a whole bunch of settings. If you don't like, for example, how the screen is black, then you can go down here to where it says dark mode, and you can change this or to auto dark mode, and we're just going to say off. And now we have it off, so now it's going to be lighter. Then you just have some other few questions in here that you could go over. Typically, you should never have to go in here and touch it. It should just be good. We're just going to look over a few of the questions that are frequently asked to make sure we covered those. Something that might be important to state, we're going to just hop into Reddit real quick again. So we're just going to push this X up here. You have the way that you divide users and subreddits, or places where you can post stuff, is going to be with a little R in front. So for example, if it says r/something, then that's going to mean it's a community. That's where lots of people can post. It's like a gathering place. If it has an R and a slash, it's kind of like a subdivision or a community. And then if it has a U, like my username right here does, u/so-and-so, that's going to be a person. So the u/ is going to be the people living in the neighborhoods, and the neighborhoods are going to be the r/. That's just an easy way to try and keep them split up. So let's just hop in here into the FAQs real fast. So let's see. We talked about where you can download the official app for Reddit. How do I view NSFW? This is a common question. NSFW stands for not safe for work. It's kind of Reddit's way of saying this is going to be 18 plus content. Do you want to disable or enable this content? When you first get the app, it's going to leave it disabled. And two, if you were interested in going that, I believe it was over in the settings column. So we're back into settings right here. Then right here it is, under view options, show NSFW content. So if I push yes, then that's going to show content that people have marked over. You need to be 18 plus to see this stuff. And then blur, this is just like an extra safety precaution if you have this on. If you have it as blur, it's not going to show any images or anything. You'll have to go in and click the image to see what's there. Some other questions. How do I enable or disable push notifications on Android? So these are going to be notifications. Like if you look at the very top of my screen here, where you see the time, you're going to see right in the middle that little alien dude up there. So if that's there, this is a notification. So that notification can be disabled either through your phone or through the app. And if you remember, if we go into the little communities here, I'm just going to go to this Miata community here. I'm going to click on it. And if I'm joined in this community and I click the little bell icon, this will be my notifications. So I can choose to turn those all the way off, or frequent or low. Now, if you don't want to receive any notifications at all from the app, you have a couple options. You can either come down and select this right here where it says Reddit, long press it, and then you can choose to turn off notifications by turning this slider here. So you can go ahead and tap that, and that's going to turn on or off notifications. Once you decide how you like it, you can just push save here. Now the other way to do this is we're going to close out of this app, and we're going to go to the settings on the phone. The settings can either be accessed by dragging down on the screen, just like that, and pushing this little gear icon on the very top right. You can access it through that, or you can come down, look for your app screen, and just the same as we search for Reddit, we can pull down from the top till we reveal that little magnifying glass. And now we're just going to type in settings. And that's going to pull up right there. I don't even need to type the whole thing in, just right there. You can push settings. And now right here, you can see that we have notifications. So we can just go ahead and click notifications. And now recently set. This is just going to appear right in the top because we just got it. So if we say, hey, we don't want to see anything from Reddit, we can just go ahead and push that slider. Now, if it's not appearing in here, then we can push see all. And this is going to give us all of our apps. Every app that we have on our phone. This is also a way to remove notifications from any of the apps. Go ahead and just push that slider right there. And that, when the slider is to the left like this, you won't receive any notifications from this app at all. So that is just a quick little overview of how to use Reddit. That should give you everything you need to know on this little alien head right here. I'm going to tap it so you can see it right there. If we go into here and we look at the very top, we notice we have home, popular, and awarded. So we can just go in here. This is going to give us just some new content. This is just kind of popular of what's going on Reddit right now. So it's going to say, hey, currently it looks like a big deal is that's insane. Whatever's going on here is a big deal to people on Reddit. Right here we have posting this, and this guy just got his guitar smashed. That's a big deal on Reddit right now. The news, this picture of chairs, all of this stuff is popular on Reddit. Awarded, we can choose to select awarded up here on the top, right here. And these are typically going to be a little bit higher content things because you actually have to pay to give people awards. So we're going to look in here, and awarded. So people that have actually paid and said, hey, this is really good, I'm going to give this app my money. It really doesn't make any sense, but some people like it so much so that they are going to pay to give this money. It gives you a great way to sort through the app. If you go to awarded, then you can just see awarded. So here we have a meme. It looks like we have a few other things. And these are just going to be kind of things that are just really popular. So hopefully that gives you a brief overview of the app, answers some questions that you might have, and do anything else along the lines. If there are any other questions you might have, you might search for a subreddit right up here and just type in Reddit. Yes, Reddit even has a subreddit for itself. Reddit. So we're going to type in here. And in here, you'll probably find any questions that you have. Although, that probably won't be necessary. Or you could go ahead and type in Google and search for other ways to use Reddit, or just a few other ways that you can go about using the app. And that is a quick overview of Reddit and how to use it.